What's up, guys? So with Season 20 around the corner, Blizzard plans to release their new Challenger tier system, which is going to completely replace the top 500 ladder as we know it. And there's no one more excited for this change than Diamond to Masters players with a lot of time on their hands, because they could potentially make an appearance on the leaderboard even higher than players higher elo than them just by having enough games played. So today, I made a calculator that shows you at your rank how many games you'll need to play and how at what win rate with what percentage of heat that you will need in order to make an appearance on that leaderboard. So without further ado, let's take a look and I'll show you exactly how to hit top 500 in the new system. Okay, so here we are in the sheets. So at the top here, we have your current win rate. You'll enter this in, your desired challenger score, and then your heat percentage. And it's going to pump out exactly how many games required, how many wins and losses that's going to be. And then it'll show you how much for your CS per wins, for losses, and your net CS at the end of the game. So this is useful for a couple of things. One, this will be useful. I'll also leave the link in the description. It'll be useful to determine how many games you'll need to hit a certain challenger score. So how many games you'll need to play at a certain win rate to beat somebody else on the leaderboard at your rank, or how to just make it there in the first place. So in the Reddit patch notes, we saw that you need at least 5,000 or 4,000 for roll queue, but we're going to go with 5,000 challenger score to even get onto the leaderboard. So we're going to see what it takes for a diamond player compared to a champion player to get on that leaderboard. So first we'll put in the win rate. So we're just going to assume 50% win rate at that rank. That rarely happens, and a default number could be 55. But if you guys are using this calculator, you could enter whatever win rate you want. And I'll have it linked below. You'll just have to make a copy, then you can use it for yourself. I'm gonna put in 50%. So the desired challenger score, we're gonna enter this value in as 5,000 because that's how much you need to get onto the leaderboard in the first place. Now, so the heat score applies for the entire season. Or if you are, like, let's say you're at the end of the season, you have a heat score of a certain amount. You want to enter in like, okay, we have 40% heat right now. I need to see how many more games I need to get, let's say 1,000 more challenger score. And we can look at that later. So right now we're just going to keep this at 5,000. And we're going to keep this at 0%. So this would be for somebody at the beginning of the season. How many games do I need to play in order to get myself onto that leaderboard? So as you'll see here, for a Diamond 5 player, it's only going to take 250 games to get on the top 500 leaderboard. So now, okay, that's a lot, but before, Diamond players didn't even have a chance of getting on that leaderboard. So for a Diamond player to only need 250 to appear on the top 500 leaderboard, that's a very low amount of games. Now, of course, other people are going to be playing more, and it only takes 30 for a champion player. Only 15 wins, which is even less than what's on the current leaderboard now for a Champion 1 player. Champion 5, it's about exactly the same. But the reason this is concerning is because if you just do your 25 games as a Champion 5 player, you can actually easily be taken by a Diamond 5 player who has a lot more time than you. Now, let's put in something like, let's take something more reasonable towards the end of the season. Maybe people are climbing up real high, and we need 15,000 games to get on there, okay? So 15,000 challenger score here would be 45 wins and 45 losses for a Champion 1 player. This is actually something we see quite frequently. And actually, if we put in a 60% win rate, because typically that's what we see, this will be pretty accurate, about 83 games for a Champion player here. So realistically, for a Diamond player to beat a Champion 1 player, they would need 683 games played, which is very unlikely, but it does actually happen, believe it or not, on the leaderboard. So, for you champion players that are lazy and not grinding like crazy next season, you can and will be taken by some of these Diamond and Master players. Look at this. Masters 5 only needs about 500 games. And I see a lot of Grandmaster people that get up into that high area. And I see a lot of champion players that are very low in their games played. So, if you guys are Grandmaster or Champion and you got a job and you got responsibilities, or maybe you play pro, this patch is going to be very scary for you, especially considering this is Blizzard's statement that they said they would be offering Faceit opportunities in addition to putting your social media on the leaderboard, right? So we're gonna get these Diamond 5 grinders that will be able to supposedly on paper get FACEIT opportunities, which I highly doubt they'd get FACEIT opportunities over champion players. But they can technically, and they'll be able to put their social medias. So get ready for the Diamond Mercy mains with their social medias on the leaderboard. That'll be interesting to see. But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys. This is the same exact sheet I used for my previous video. In my previous video, if you haven't checked it out, I highly recommend you give it a look, where I go over my concern of making all these comparisons with the Diamond 5s and the Champion 5 players and how many games it would need to overtake. And I even used real life examples of taking these two people from the ladder, where this GM4 player with a much lower win rate would actually beat out this Champion 2 player with a much higher win rate but less games played, by a very big margin, by 3 times the amount of champion score, right? So I'm not going to go into too much depth into this. I highly recommend taking a look at this. And, if you guys are wanting competitive integrity, please boycott this system, because this is going to kill competitive integrity for Overwatch. If you want to see this new challenger tier system in play, go ahead and check out my Twitch at twitch.tv/caffeined. I'll be grinding it live as soon as it goes live. And we're going to see just where I end up on the leaderboard. Even though I've got a lot of responsibilities and I'm typically very busy, I'm going to see how well I can do, standing at about Grandmaster 3 right now. So, well, let's see how it happens. Make sure you follow my Twitch. I'm going to be going live with the new Season 20 changes as soon as this video goes live on Tuesday morning. So yeah, make sure you check it out. Take care. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.